How was your experience directing Boeing?
Wow. It was all over. I mean, it was great. It was awful. It was fun. It was challenging. I think it was the most challenging directorial experience I have had yet.
There was about a week or two where we weren't sure if we were going to have a show, and we weren't sure if we were going to cancel the show or what we were going to do. So that was definitely a very stressful, emotionally draining time because you put all this time and effort into something that might not even make it to the stage.
We all had trouble learning lines. We all had trouble getting our lines down, and it took a lot longer than it should have.
The feel among the cast was off for a long time, if that makes any sense. I feel like for a while we just weren't anywhere near the right mindset, and that was what was stopping the progress for a while because none of us were thinking the way that we should have been thinking.
There were two people that were cut from the show, one for issues out of their own hands, and the other one was a whole different situation.
I got replaced from the show because I got mono, and I was sick and tired every day, so I couldn't go to rehearsals. Show must go on. Everyone gets sick, bad or good, long or short, and you just gotta do what you gotta do.
The most emotional struggle I had was trying to live up to what Ruth would have done and how she would have played Gabriella as opposed to how I played her. So I did take that into account. I kind of did alter the character as to how I thought she might have done it because in my brain, like, Ruth is this great actor and I need to live up to her. So that was kind of like an influence on how I did play Gabriella.
I first came in when Mr. Erickson asked me to, and because he felt like I would be sort of a safety net if Caleb had too many problems going on with whatever he had going on in his life. And so it would be like two great shows, but like two completely different shows, or one would rise up and become the main part. And ultimately it did end up being the latter.
His exact words were, "We're gonna have Nathaniel do both shows." And before he could continue talking, my next words were, "Okay, that's fine." It lets me know that it's not all happy smiles on the red carpet, and that there's a lot of stress and personal work that needs to be figured out. You know, like, not everything goes your way, and that you need to be able to, like, you know, bounce back from situations. And if a director gives you notes on to do something, you better frickin' do it, because you're not that hard to replace. Anybody can say lines. So.
We didn't actually block any of Act 3 or like work on any of Act 3 until Tech Week, which was really hard, and I've never experienced that before because I felt so unprepared up until like the night before the show. And that was when we finally got our stuff together, so.
I'm definitely very proud of what we were able to put up on that stage because, like I said, a week prior we didn't even think we'd have a show, and there we were incredibly proud of what was up there because it was so funny and so well put together. We were so happy with what our actors did.
I've always been really proud of my actors, you know, in every show. I was especially proud of them, and without sounding egotistical, this time around, I was actually proud of myself that I didn't, you know, that I just kept going, and that I guess we respected each other enough, the cast and our production team. We had so much love and respect for each other that we just all came together. So yeah, this was one for the books.
I think with even all the struggles that we were having during the show, that only makes me even more proud with the finished product and with how close I got with these people. We always had each other's back. It was a little bit loose in the beginning, but as the show went on, the process of making it, become a reality, and we got closer, and we cared about each other more. And honestly, I don't regret the experience at all. It was one of the best experiences I've had in my high school career.